I am Matthew. I am the GM today. We will be traveling through space, as the chat has pointed out once or twice, I think. But before we do that, I'd just like for the lovely players to introduce themselves, and they will be doing that in the order that they're all so familiar with. But just in case they're not, I'm going to remind them that it goes
I know
Peter,
where I
Sophie,
am.
Cal, Sarah, Q. Because it's been a while.
I know where I am, and that's all that matters to me.
Take it away.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be back as Peter this week. I'm Michael, and it's lovely to see you all here.
Hi, I'm Anne. I play Sophie. She's the Blue Ranger. She's kind of stuck in the Morphin Grid. See how long it takes to get her rescued.
What's up, everybody? I'm back. My name is Panic. I'll be playing a coma patient for the grand majority of this session, probably. His name is Cal, if that matters. Right now, he's a vegetable.
It's Weekend at Cal's.
No.
Oh, Michael.
Right. I am currently angry at comic book fans on the internet, Michael. I'll be playing Sarah, the Black Ranger.
And I am Jay, who never worries about character defeat because I'm dead on the inside. And I'll be playing Q.
Well,
That's kind of sad, actually.
That's the leader of the team. You know him well.
after that ray of
dark,
sunshine,
I love you, Jay.
Anyway, I'm going to revert to my method acting, so.
absolute ray of sunshine.
Cal, back in your
I'm
coma.
just going to travel back in time, roughly a month now,
Back in
and
your coma.
give us a little bit of a history lesson. When a little bit more than a month, really, but essentially, Sophie took a little bit of a travel to the dark timeline, as we have been oh so lovingly referring it to,
Referring
where
it to?
she was able to
Silence you, you're
Back in your
unconscious.
coma.
some of the alternate effects of some choices and some events had they gone differently. Once she made an attempt to return home, or the Blue Emissary at the very least made an attempt to return her home, they managed to lose her in the grid. Yay! Meanwhile, back on timeline 1, the Rangers and the Masked Rider were defeating one very angry wasp monster, and after they did so, they found Cal, who had been poked with a knife rather unceremoniously and left in the juice bar. They brought him out, tended to him, made sure he was all good, spoke to Kruger, managed to get a passageway, a journey on his ship as he was making his way home to see his lovely wife, delaying his return just a little bit as they travelled to the newly named planet Bob to find some sort of device that's going to allow them to locate Sophie within the grid. It is upon planet Bob that we find Q, Sarah, Peter, Kruger, who is tending to the ship, and Cal, who is still suffering from the aftermath of being gently poked. We're going to keep calling it that, just for
Gently persuaded to
politeness.
rest with a knife.
Yeah, gently persuaded to rest. He needed some sleepy
A
time.
knife named sleeping pill.
You were able to successfully, with slightly comatose Cal's assistance, as the ship bucked and he managed to knock the right button with quite possibly one of the best rolls he has made. Find a safe location to stow the ship and begin making your way towards the location that the emissary had given Q. As you do so, you notice that the planet, very much like you viewed from above, is little more than a wasteland. The ground is pockmarked with the very acidic rain that you had to hide the ship from. Nothing seems to be living. There's no real vegetation, no trees. And at one point, you do spot something on the distance that looks like it could be a river. But as you approach, you notice that the greenish tinge that could have been algae is in fact some sort of chemical reaction to the amassing of this lovely acidic rainfall, because the water itself is both toxic and acidic. However, you are venturing on the right path. As you make your way towards this destination, you
Apparently, I was given an upshift. Bruh.
You follow the peaks and flows of
You're
the
welcome.
mountainous terrain on foot and find yourself coming towards the edge of one of these mountainous regions. Walking downwards, you can spot some mostly buried buildings about 200 foot away. But between you and them, that same green, acidic river.
Question about environmentally sealed.
So we gotta get over the river.
Yes.
Does environmentally sealed mean that we're resistant to acid? Or just that the acid can't get in unless it eats through the entire of the outside of the shell?
Some of us aren't.
So
I should have brought this up before
environmentally
game.
sealed would protect you from hazardous terrain. If there's anything in the acid, it wouldn't necessarily protect you from that.
Okay, so we have acid sharks.
I'm not saying there is.
Not saying it isn't.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just trying to think the maths. If I wanted to jump 50 foot,
Toxic
what would I
atmosphere.
have to roll?
Yeah, how far across is the river?
It's about 50 feet. I measured it.
Is that about 50? Oh boy.
And it's even doing
Only
two
one of us
jumps.
can actually make it.
Oh, we're on it. Looking at the camera.
Or two marginally shorter.
Well, with triple, we really need to zoom out more.
So,
Okay.
question: have we taken Panic off of the ship with us then?
That'd be a really stupid thing to do.
Just because
You tell me, people.
he's on the
It would be
map.
very
That's the only
stupid to
reason I was
do,
asking.
but-
I put him on the map depending on what you guys were doing, but it's entirely up for the group what you're
Also,
doing.
are you gonna put the map on the stream?
That's the plan. We're hoping nothing is going to break while we're doing it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay, it looks like you can get it to as little as 45 feet to make the jump,
I think
which means we only need to jump 15 feet because we're morphed. This should be doable.
This will be
I've done
doable.
some math. but I think
Famous
my math
last
is wrong.
words.
Yeah, I was just thinking exactly the same thing.
You know, it's fine.
I mean,
Ah,
we need to try and get across.
Oh,
so-
okay. That didn't pan out.
My.
And now
like,
someone's a banana. A post-it note.
no, you'd have
Oh.
to roll on a. You'd have to roll like a 22 to get 50 feet.
Yeah, but we only actually need 15 feet because we triple our jumps because we're morphed.
Yeah. So what do you have to roll to get a 15?
Whilst they're doing their maths,
Do.
Sophie,
Combat.
you've been in the Morphin Grid for what feels
Let me see.
like months. You've not been able to sleep. You've not been able to rest. But the energy running through the Morphin Grid seems to be keeping you upright. It seems to be replenishing you. And
Hmm.
it's just as well it does, because almost from the moment the blue emissary left you with that warning to stay safe, you've been on the run. Because you're not alone. And the things that are in the grid with you, they don't want to be friends. You spotted the first of them within what feels like a minute or two after the blue emissary left. It stood about 8 foot tall, almost reminiscent of a putty in that makeup, that sort of greyish structure. Although this had spikes over every inch of its body, horns on the top of its head, and unlike you, this thing didn't seem to be being energized by the Morphin Grid. You could see scars, wounds that weren't healing, fire almost burning from inside out. As soon as it spotted you, it lunged forward to attack.
I have questions. Number
Hopefully
one,
have answers.
the personal power I spent that got
Is
me into this
replenished.
mess in the first place. Okay, good. So I've got the full kit, correct?
Hmm.
Everything. How far away is this thing?
It's running very quickly towards you, but at the moment it's about 40 foot.
I am currently morphed, correct?
Yep.
I get a full round of actions.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to okay, I would like to shoot this thing. Let me see. That's a D6 plus my D20. Ah. Oh, all right, D20. Don't fail me now. Oh, that's sad. I rolled a 10, but I rolled a 6 on my D6.
Is that a 10 total or a 10 on a D20?
Yeah, no, it's a 10 total.
It runs towards you, and as you shoot at it, it ducks and rolls. The arrows of energy flying overhead. It springs to its foot and keeps charging.
No, that's bad. I would like to use my thing. I made a change to my sheet finally. Very last minute change to my sheet. I put prismatic boon onto my sheet this morning, and I would like to make a run for it 35 feet away from this thing. I will roll my acrobatics. Boom, my acrobatics skill die. Oh, sick. That's a 4. So my evasion is now at a 23. Bye.
Fantastic.
Players get a story point.
Yep.
Thank you, Darth Cyrilish. We are now on 6, not 3.
I'm right, I promise.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a VTT that lets the players manage their points?
The creature leaps back up to its feet and keeps running. As fast as you are, it seems to be just that little bit faster. Long legs propelling it through. Well, to be quite frank, it's propelling it through almost nothing. There's no pathway, there's no bridge. It's almost like you're walking through light. And this thing seems to want to tear you apart. As it catches up, one arm slightly longer than the other, claws extended, it rakes towards you. Sophie, just a little bit quicker on the uptake, rolls out of the way herself. Go ahead and make me another attack roll. But we're just going to see how the others are doing with their...
We've been deep in conversation about how we're going to approach this.
Did you guys figure it out? Because I'm doing fantastic tonight.
If one of us was to make a running leap, and somebody was stood there with like their hands in a foothold,
100%,
and then help them, would that give them? What would that give? Is that an edge, assist edge?
Upshift or edge, entirely up to. I would say quite happily edge.
Cool.
Could we cobble together some sort of rope to get across?
With what?
Well, Pete has the emergency rescue kit, so we could use the winch system thing that he has in that to create the rope. We can use Jay's weapon as
that sounds like a great idea.
Indeed, I know. Just need something for Elevation.
Maybe if one of you like jumped across with the hook and like.
Oh, I got that. Don't worry about it, guys.
Let's throw Cal. Tie him on the end of a rope like a grapple. Set his fingers.
For some reason, his super jump just activates.
It works. It works when you tie the rope to his waist and he flings himself across the thing like a Muppet.
If you poke him in the ribs at just the right point, that's his activation spot for his super leap, like an action figure.
Yep. Roll for me and see how many rolls it takes you to hit 14 or higher. And let me know.
Oh, I thought it was for the other guys. Okay.
Nope.
Just the D20?
No. You're targeting.
Oh, my targeting.
Yeah, for your attacks.
I got a 12 the first time. 7. Are you kidding me right now? I hate everything. Ah, there it is. 20. Hold up a sec. What is that? 25.
25. Okay. Your third shot manages to strike this strange creature. It takes the blow, not attempting to roll under or even to jump clear. And you see your energy shot hit it clear on the chest. And this thing explodes. The light of your arrow, the energy it is made up of, seemingly destroying it in one hit. However, that same light, that same reaction, so bright and powerful, so full of life, seems to have drawn the attention of others. And from all around you, in every direction you look, all you can do is hear footsteps running and noises of scuffling, creatures fighting to get to you first, and a bestial roar as something reminiscent of a T-Rex, an actual Tyrannosaurus, bursts onto the scene. That same black, spiked look to it. Those red burns where it's been wounded. What do you do?
I have a question. So hard target is every time you move, you roll the acrobatics skill die, correct?
Yep.
If I were to just sprint, would I stack the hard target, or is it just one hard target for the entire go?
It'd be one, I'd say. Interesting, because it'd normally be a move action.
Is it a
I
move
would say
action, or is
roll
it like
it.
a move? Because
I'd say roll it twice and take the highest. That's
cool.
probably
And then,
not quite the intended, but for this purpose,
I
at the very
just
least, until we can sort of sit back and look at it, we'll go with that.
entirely sure how that works, because new power who this.
We'll have to take a look at it
how
after
many approaching sets of footsteps do I hear?
Make me an alertness check. Difficulty 14, 1-4. As you try to differentiate between the din of noises.
I would like to use a story. not a story point, idea point to make that a roll with edge, please.
Okay. You've also got an upshift.
Excellent. Okay, that's fine, I guess. 16.
It sounds like upwards of 32.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely running.
Okay.
Really? Come on, give it to me. Okay. So my evasion is now a 22, and I'm
Fantastic.
working it.
We are going to go back to Planet Bob, where
We have a plan on Planet Bob.
the Rangers have a plan.
Mm-hmm. So, as I have the influence artisan, when dance comes into play, I get edge automatically, and throwing people and doing lifts and stuff is very much a dance thing. So we would like to use my assistance to get edge, but then also the upshift from it being an assisted skill check to throw Sarah running, jump, assisted leap over said chasm with rope attached.
Could Sarah get an additional upshift if she used her power weapon as a vaulting staff?
I would say in
I
this
was going to
instance,
hold on to that in case I needed to fall.
yeah, I would say in this
Right, or
instance
if I
one or
started
the
falling.
other,
So,
just because I feel like trying to vault whilst
Yeah.
being thrown.
Thrown, yeah, might be difficult. Cool.
Yeah.
It'd be like triple jump. Boom.
Yeah.
Prepare to fly.
If for some reason like I missed by like 5 feet, I was going to try to use it as like a double jump and just.
Let's
So
go
I'll have it
for it.
out in case
Cool.
this goes bad.
So
But
Okay.
Peter will summon the winch system, so we have the cable. I got this, and he'll tie it around Sarah's waist.
Yeah.
All right, guys, are we ready?
So who's rolling? Sarah,
All right.
you as the jumper? And do you want to spend a story
I
point
think
to
I
do the
probably
specialization?
as the jumpy. Yeah. I was going to ask. Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's me. So,
Okay. Q step. Oh, no, Q doesn't get his tape measure out. Q steps up to the edge,
using personalization.
turns and kneels with his fingers interwoven in like
One.
a neat little foothold, and shores himself up, ready to toss Sarah or launch Sarah.
The difficulty is 20. I'm rolling with edge. I'll roll 20. I rolled the dice. Thank you.
Yes.
Not
And
a
you
real
got
critical. God, I
critical
hate rolling
Not a
success.
real crit.
Not a real. Oh,
Can you
dag
re-roll
nabbit.
ones on your skill dice at all?
No,
So used
not a
to
real
that.
crit.
Can
Oh.
you re-roll ones though?
I can.
And you can re-roll the
Once
six.
per scene, I can re-roll in one. So I can just, yeah. I mean, I made it, but it should be. Let's just do it anyway. Slash
Hopefully not
R
into the sea of acid.
1d6. Okay. Hilarious. So it's still a 22.
Worth a try.
Assisted
Thunder kept his
by
back.
the Red Ranger, Sarah takes a running start. I can say that word. And is aided in her jump across the river. She makes it with a few feet left to spare, although the wire is perhaps a little bit tighter than she might have hoped for.
My bad.
Peter clearly hasn't been doing any sort of belaying lessons. Not learned how to give that
Cable,
slack.
not corset.
Yeah. That said, you do have a stable platform to walk across or shimmy across.
Let's go.
I'm the platform. Hold on. How much? How much rope does this thing have?
I would say
Can I?
probably about 200 foot.
Is this all? This is. Okay, and this is rising. Yeah. Can I? Can I like poke at the rock over here?
Yeah,
and
so
actually
what that
make
is it's
Not
more
me.
like a mountain going.
Holder.
It's like heading about
cliff
20
face.
foot upwards towards like a slight
Okay.
peak.
Okay. All right.
I'm just going to do that so that you can't see what I can see.
I don't want to rib being a climbing platform. All right. Yeah, I will place the hook in the mountain.
Now I'm curious, who amongst you is going to go first across the acid river? And
All right, lads, step back. I've got this.
Before we do go, Pete will radio through to Kruger and just ask, is there any update on Cal's condition?
Is there any
He
update
shifted
on
from the
Cal's
left
condition?
side to the right side. He shifted from the left side of the chair to the right side of the chair. I don't know.
He's moved him just to avoid,
Bed sores.
that's the words.
You tell me, when do I wake up? Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You want it?
I think you should wake up. Like literally, the moment they finish getting across the acid, Cal should just turn up and be like, huh, and just jump over.
I mean, look, sounds good to me.
And then fall back into a
Hi
coma.
guys.
It's like, I made it. Oh, there goes the blood loss.
he's just like,
gone.
hi guys, kind of walks over and he doesn't even like attempt to leap. He literally just kind of steps and just makes it over.
He 2 steps in midair. True legend.
Just carries on walking.
With the wire, how are you crossing the acid river?
I was assuming hand over hand, innit?
I'm asking you.
Just
We ran across it like bad man.
I'm trying to
'Cause we
figure
can
out what,
balance real
if
good.
any, skill test I should ask you for.
Key to being a true ninja warrior is balance.
Yeah?
No, Pete will go across like shimmy for safety.
Make me a
Yeah.
brawn or athletics difficulty 8. It's not too difficult.
I rolled a 16 on the D20.
Yeah.
I'll roll a D2.
I'll give you that one.
17.
And how is Q making his way across?
Q will
He moonwalks across.
tightrope balancey walk in a display of like fine acrobatic and dancing prowess.
Go ahead and roll me your performance or your acrobatics check. I think performance is probably going to be the better. Yours is going to be a difficulty 12.
Okay.
You're getting a showing off.
Well, I've got a 14 on my D20 already, so 16.
You both make it across quite safely. You do so just in time to notice your Yellow Ranger, who has been following the directions given to him
Hey.
by Kruger as he makes his way towards the group. Panic.
Yeah, what's
Well,
up?
look who woke up.
You're alive.
How is
Princess Aurora lives.
Cal going to make his way across?
How is Cal going to make his way across? He's going to jump.
That sounds, 90
Cool,
foot
now I'm
jump.
across.
Yeah, 90-foot jump.
Cool,
Cal's
now
just
I'm
like,
across.
wee.
He'll just
No
turn
effort.
to Cal, look at him, and just be like
Like crisscross, he will jump up. How you
I'm not
feeling?
Okay,
saying-
guys.
Sorry.
Lightheaded.
What happened, dude?
Are you okay? Okay.
Yeah, fine now. Really don't want to
Yeah.
get caught like that again.
Did
It's embarrassing, honestly.
you see who did it?
Nah, he was wearing a helmet. Full head, no discernible features, dark clothes.
See,
May as
Pete
well
would
have
just
gotten
take him at
stabbed
face
by a
value.
shadow.
Helmet
What?
and dark.
did you see where he went?
The guy on the bike?
Out the back.
Why would he?
I'd gone into the juice bar to,
Right.
get some
We'll
juice for
table
everyone
that for
everyone
now.
down at the party. Heard the door open when I was behind the counter, and by the time I looked up, the knife was already in my stomach.
Does that mean he stabbed you, then come and helped us?
Yeah.
You guys were in trouble, weren't
maybe.
you?
Which is
Some
very
things
confusing.
happened. To fill you in, Sophie's disappeared into the grid. We're on an alien planet trying to find her, and you've been in a coma.
Huh.
Planet's called Bob.
I'd keep your helmet on.
It is
Yeah.
definitely called Bob.
Yeah. Kruger
Don't. Yeah.
at least
This
filled me in on the
atmosphere is
planet.
super toxic.
So yeah, I'm good keeping the helmet on.
All right.
It's much like Britney Spears.
All right. Well,
So I suppose we're here to find something
we
to help
get
get Sophie
home.
back.
I'm going to be murdering that guy.
Apparently,
Yeah,
there's
this
something on the
arch
planet
up
with
here
you.
somewhere.
Cal will pat Sarah on the back. Murder isn't heroic. All right.
Who
So-
said anything about being heroic? He stabbed you.
I got better.
Let's go. Let's go get Sophie.
Sophie. As I said before, it feels like you've been running for a long time. That Tyrannosaurus, or whatever it was exactly, that was weeks ago now that you fought that.
Peter would know what to do. He's got 2 points in animal handling. Sorry.
He's got
Sorry.
stubby little arms and a big head.
I got a big little arm.
That was
Meet the
terrible.
Robinsons is such a good movie.
Okay, wait. So it feels like forever since I've been running. I'm not suffering the
You're not.
effects of
And in
exhaustion.
All of the power points you've been spending, any wounds you've taken, heal themselves back up. Your power points seem to regenerate almost instantly. It's like you're living inside of a giant battery.
Great. Do I have a sense of how often this battery just keeps pumping energy into me? Because I have a
Non-stop.
thought. Just constantly?
Just constantly.
Okay. Hear me out. is there a way for me to take some of the Morphin Grid energy and essentially light up my necklace, which I presume is still on me somewhere underneath my morph form, and light it up like a beacon? Just pump it in there and light it up like a beacon, because my morphed form is blue morphin energy, but if I light up my necklace, that
Go
is
ahead
technically
and make me a
green energy,
science with your grid
Ooh,
tech specialization.
sweet.
The difficulty for this one is going to be 22.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll it with specialization and an upshift. Thank you to Soulful Sapphic for the upshift. Let's go. Okay, I need my D2, my D4. Ooh. Wait, the grid tech, the student perk is an edge, correct?
I want to say yes.
I just need to double check.
Yes, that was right, yeah.
Hold on.
You might beat me
Okay,
to it.
yeah.
Yeah?
I was gonna use. Can I use? Did we determine that I could use my idea point to get another upshift in the same check? I don't remember what the ruling was for that. Or like what the specific
I said
circumstance
that
is.
yes, you could use it to gain a upshift. Yes.
All right. That's a lot of dice. I hope something hits. Target number 22, you said?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to cry. This succeeds. Okay. That's promising. Oh, no. Oh, wait. That's one. I can. Oh, no. Can I reroll that? Oh, come on. Somebody give me a reroll to my skill die. That would be awesome. No, wait. That's not
I
going
just
to
love
help.
the sound of the dice.
Sorry.
The sound of dice being unhelpful in the
okay.
background.
Yeah.
I rolled a 20, but I had a 6 on my D6. It would have been critically awesome. I also rolled a 7 on my D8, which is so sad and disappointing.
There is a flicker of light as you try to manifest this pulse of energy into the necklace. However, in the time that you've stopped to try and concentrate on this, you feel a sharp claw rip down your shoulder as one of these creatures, only 5-6 foot tall, manages to shred through your grid shell like it's paper
Oh, that's going to hurt.
and
Ooh.
scratch through your arm underneath.
Is it terrible that my question is, did he crit?
He actually did.
Oh, man.
So he did
No!
2 points of damage, which
Okay.
comes back
Oh.
1 point at a turn. So for a little bit of time, you'll still be wounded, as presumably you carry on running from these things that are chasing you, lumbering along behind you.
Jesus, that's terrifying. I swear I'm having fun For the audience's benefit, I am actually having fun. I am terrified, but having fun.
We don't have grid zombies.
Terror fun.
Whoever put zombies in the grid, I just want to talk to him.
Hi.
Hey, yeah.
Small conversation. There'll be no violence.
Wait, hold on. Are the grid dinosaurs also zombies? Are we dealing with grid dinosaur zombies, Matthew?
Make me a
not
cultures
crying.
check.
Ah! I don't have ranks in culture.
The difficulty's
No,
30.
I rolled a 9. I still
no.
rolled a 9.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Back to Planet Bob. Q, you know somewhere
Making a way.
around here is this device you're looking for. And you've seen one of these master archers before. As you look around, make me an alertness check with edge.
Okie dokie. Wait, that's the wrong dice. I was about to cheat.
I need the dice.
Okay, so that's a 10. I rolled 2 8s on my d20s.
Wow. For the record, anybody else can make an alertness check, just not without edge. The difficulty is 16.
Yeah, all right.
Oh,
No.
21.
Apparently, Peter was listening when Q was given his description of his time in space.
My D20 is being nice to me today, for now.
Apparently,
Oh,
also
funny.
Sarah,
super delay. All right. 18.
who
That's a no from Cal.
Cal wasn't listening. He was too busy cooking dinner. Q, you're
Too busy being a couple.
wandering around, having a bit of a look. So's Cal. Both of you have gone off on a separate direction. As you do, Peter and Sarah, you head up the slope. It's only about 20 foot higher than where you currently are, where the rope or the wire is currently anchored. But as you crest that peak and look down, you can see the first remains of anything created, man-made, manufactured, since you really arrived on this planet. It looks like it would have been a hollow triangle, although now it's more parts of a hollow triangle scattered across the top of this peak. And scattered around it.
Pete, you
Aw.
seeing what I'm seeing, or is the acid getting?
No, I'm definitely seeing what you're seeing. Cal, Q, I think we have something up here.
All right, what we got?
We got a
This look
triangle.
like anything you've seen before, buddy?
Is it anything like I've seen before, Matt?
The one you saw, or the ones you saw, were circular, but the construction, the designs are very similar. This looks like the Master Arch you saw on the space station when you were with the Omega Rangers.
All right.
This looks very much like
Well,
the kind
I
of
guess
thing we're
go
looking
play
for.
the triangle.
Looks very much like the kind of thing we're...
It's not my favorite instrument, but let's go.
Yeah, let's give it a whirl. I mean, we'll go and investigate.
How How do we turn it on?
Scattered around the triangle are more
Any idea how to make it
noise.
go, Q?
This appears to be buildings that have fallen down and worn away over time. Acid has pockmarked them. Dirt and dust have gathered atop them. But through all of that destruction, Q, your eyes turn almost instantly as if they're following something, some purplish black flash, as if something had just walked past you.
I would like to summon my power weapon, please.
Whom.
Just out of curiosity, in
Did
sword
not have
form
it.
or whip form?
Sword form.
Your sword does appear in hand, and your eye tracks this movement, this ghost of an image, this phantom blur. And despite the age of all of these ruins, you spot what appears to be a pocket watch just sitting.
I would like to investigate said pocket watch.
When you say investigate, are we talking poke it with the sword? Pick it up?
Means you're gonna lick it.
It's so
Lick
funny
it.
that you say that, because as I said those words, I was thinking, I wonder how Matt will interpret this. And I had a mental vision of Q just poking them with the tip of the sword. Oh, how you know you spent too much time with the people at your table.
I like how we
I'll
did all
walk over
come
and I
to
will
lick
look
it.
at it. Yeah,
I'm-
helmet, you see. I would like to smash it vigorously against the front of my helmet. No, I'll go and look at it first.
Across the top of the case of what appears to be a pocket watch are runes. These are very much like the ones you saw on the station when you were with the Omega Rangers, and that same pause as your translator scrambles to pick out what it says. Eventually, it superimposes the words Wayfinder over the runes. And you notice in the clear portion of the pocket watch's window that there's no time, but there are several dials, more like a compass that's intended to point out several dimensions at once, not just north, but possibly different axes.
I would like to pick up the watch.
It doesn't explode, just for the record.
What'd you find?
This is very much like what the Omega Rangers had. I think this could be what we need to determine where Anne is. Not Anne. She's not a person. Where Sophie is.
You hear that, Anne? You're not a person.
Not in this universe. And then we could probably use it to get the arch to connect to where and whenever she is.
Awesome. Can I take a look? Let me see if I can get it working.
I'm assuming we get the translation too once we look at it, right?
Yep.
Wayfinder. Yeah, Pete, this seems like a you thing. Definitely.
Pete, feeling a little bit giddy under his helmet, will kind of take the alien technology and let's try and figure out how to start this thing up. What do you need?
There is a single button on the side, very small, just about 3 or 4 millimeters sticking out of the edge.
I'm gonna push the button.
Wrong button. No. As you press the button, the case of the Wayfinder springs open, and you see, as it does so, several things happen at once. In the space in the case that would be a window that shows the time if it was a pocket watch, a blue light springs into life. And as you hold it up, you see a faint blue light guide the watch, the Wayfinder, towards the Master Arch, as if it's pulling it towards it, directing you towards the nearest. At the same point, from the several dials, another light springs up. This one, a holographic representation of a tesseract.
What the hell?
What does it do?
What would you like to do?
Hopefully it opens that thing. I guess.
Yes, I suppose we follow this. And is it just directing us towards the Master Arch? Yeah, it's the blue dot is just the guide sensor. It's not.
Yeah,
Cool.
It just seems to be sort of, as you hold it up, if you move it away from the Master Arch, the blue dot moves closer towards the edge where the Master Arch is. And if you move it closer towards it, as you center it, that blue dot travels to the center of the circle.
Okay, guys, I think we have a grid compass.
I imagine it. I think it's supposed to find the way, so let's go.
Yeah, it's pointing us towards the arch. So how do we boot this thing up?
Looking for a power button.
Let's get to the arch and find out. Yeah.
Roll for power button.
Is there any other settings on this thing? Does it have like instructions?
It does not.
What if I click where the tesseract is?
What are you clicking on? You just press
It's just a holographic display, yeah?
Your finger literally just travels through the
Goes through
holographic display.
Cool. We'll
But
come back
as
to
you
that in a
do,
moment.
on the inside of the case of the pocket watch of this Wayfinder, runes spring to life. Your translator translates them into a series of numbers that mean nothing, but as you move your finger through the tesseract, the numbers change, implying at the very least that these are the location of where your finger is in the tesseract.
Okay.
Is that
Can I
like latitude
take-
and longitude? What the hell?
Can I take the blue necklace and dangle it in the tesseract?
You can.
Yeah, people try that. Just will it track the blue signature?
It just, as it moves, the numbers change literally as the necklace moves like a pendulum through.
Okay.
This would be a
Mm.
useful time to remind you that if you would like to do so, you can spend a story point for a clue.
I will spend a story point for a clue.
The technology you so far have run up to that deals with the grid deals with one's ability to push one's will and desire upon the technology, not to interact with it in a more modern way. Much like the doors in the command center.
Upon realizing this, people turn to Q. You try.
Try what?
Like try focusing on like finding Sophie, and he'll hand Q the necklace as well to see if that will help with anything, because his reasoning is you were the first person to be able to open the doors on the command center, and you can open all of them as well as like your own. So if anyone will have like a means of using this damn thing, it'll be you.
Okay, so run through again. What is it that I see when I've got the pocket watch in my hand? Well, the Wayfinder.
So
Yes.
it's got basically just a display on it with a blue arrow that's pointing you in the direction towards the arch, but then it's got a tesseract there that's showing coordinates, but I can't seem to get it to do as it's told.
I mean, you just passed a rock through it. Did you try thinking about Sophie?
No.
So, reasoning that this is the thing that we're going to use to find our missing Blue Ranger, I'm thinking about her. Does that focus or change the blue dot or anything at all, or the figures or anything?
It doesn't change the blue dot. The blue dot constantly points towards the Master Arch, but the figures change. The Tesseract seems to move as if it's panning, and you see in the Tesseract a point where possibly when Peter was sticking his finger or a rock or anything else in, the point was being obscured.
Okay. If I stick my finger in to like reach that point, what does it do?
The figures change as you move your fingers through it, but as you get back to the point, the figures on the inside of the case go back to what they were when you were thinking of Sophie, of the Blue Ranger.
Okay. In which case I will approach the arch and see what happens.
As you approach,
Pete will hold on to Q while he does this.
Yeah.
You can hear it struggling to power up. Abandoned for so long and in such disarray. It doesn't seem for a moment as if it is going to do so. Make me an
Is there a way
alertness
that I
check.
can shove? Okay.
Alertness?
Yep. All of you, I'd like
30.
to know who the highest is amongst the individuals on Planet Bob.
I got to 15.
18.
This is alertness.
Yep. Perception based for the record.
All right. Well, I have literally no buffs in anything alertness. So, critical 19.
Oh. Cal, whilst Q is focused on the arch and you can hear it struggling to power up, the runes on the outside of it seem to be struggling to direct power through it. You see this purplish black shimmer that Q had. You see it out of the corner of your eye. And for a moment, you're adamant that you see a person, the outline of a person, touch the gate. And as they do, the runes flare to life. The gate opens into brilliant white light, and the person is gone.
That
Sophie?
was...
You are running. These things are hot on your foot. 1 second, they're behind you. The next second, you run quite literally into Q.
I have collided into Q full speed, right? Because I was sprinting.
Mhm.
I think she kind of says under her breath, quietly enough so that only Q can hear. She says, "You're not dead." And then she picks herself back up and quickly scans the area for Peter, and then immediately
gets
launches
tackled again.
herself at full speed towards Peter.
I was gonna say Pete was like already en route. Just
So wait, is the gate still open?
It
No, it's
is.
And are the
These are just
dinosaurs
becoming a
coming
dogfight.
through?
And they are. And
Right, so I'm gonna let them
As-
have their
as
reunion
we're all-
moment, and I'm gonna
as
fight
everyone
my
is
demons.
tackle hugging
reunion takes
Sophie.
place, these creatures begin making their way through.
I'm gonna throw myself at the dinosaurs.
Thank you very much, Cal.
Sophie can throw herself at Peter. Cal is gonna throw himself at the dinosaurs.
As the first 4 of these
Everybody
creatures
hugging Sophie before
come
we get murdered.
charging through.
How do we get the gate closed?
Yeah, put myself right in between the team and them.
Let's roll initiative, people.
All right,
Would
initiative.
anybody
Don't...
like to follow me? Because I can
Yes.
do that again. now that we're playing this
Yes, we're so back.
110%.
I love
I
the
no longer
excitement.
have
It's like,
Yeah.
yes!
I don't have initiative anymore, so yes. I'll move that point. Initiative is for scrubs.
I'm following.
yes, always following.
game. I will follow him. Follow him,
In this house, we
follow
respect
him.
our red ranger.
Dude, I can't
Him
believe
as always will be.
all the good things are happening again.
I don't know.
Classic.
I rolled a 1.
Yes. I also rolled
Wait,
a 1.
what is the total for
So
Q?
roll
I
20.
rolled a
Oh,
2.
no, here's 11.
17, 18, 19, 20. 21 for Q.
21. All right. Then everyone else put your stuff in chat, I guess.
Puts
Or you could enter it for yourself in the Q tracker.
Wait, we can't?
Oh,
We
Yeah,
can
Let's
now.
go.
yeah.
Hey, you know.
That's probably the one
no,
thing that
wait,
we can do on
why am I
Roll20 that
so
we can't do on
incompetent?
thingy. Although there is a module for that.
There's a module.
Okay,
Not
there it is.
200.
Wait,
damn it.
why? Why is my
That's a lot.
19 not registering on the initiative?
Try
What the fuck?
Come on.
try backspacing to
There it
0
is.
first. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Panic. I got it.
There it is. Okay. Wow.
Fantastic. So, Q,
Mm-hmm.
you're up. as our fearless Red Ranger, lead us into
Okie
the new
dokie.
scene.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Oh boy.
Good news, guys. The Dow is up 1%.
I just need to look at my new
Like
features
me.
having leveled up.
You
That
have an
description
upshift
is
on your
not
power
right.
weapon.
Apparently, whilst in the
Oh,
grid,
right, okay.
the
Is
Blue
that
Ranger
the
learned
new
new
grid
stuff.
tech thingy?
Like she just learned to evade better and stuff. I don't know.
Evade better and hit faster,
Evade.
or more accurately.
Well, no,
I am going
the
to
Canadian purchase.
step in and start eviscerating from left to right. So I will go. Always eviscerate in a formal order that makes logical sense to your brain.
Is that such a Red Ranger thing?
a 6? I'm missing 6.
Well,
That's it.
specifically a Q thing. He would give us in proper order.
The loudest dice roll ever.
Hang on, because that one can go again, I think. I think. Oh, yeah. No, just that one. Yes. So that's a 23 to hit the first one on the left.
Fantastic. And 2 questions. How much damage and what type?
It is sharp damage from my sword, and it's just 1.
You hit the one on the left, and the line you draw across its chest bursts into fire. However,
Nice.
it is still standing and roaring its frustration in your face.
Okie dokie. Then I will aim to flip into, with my extra attack, flip into, what's it called? Whip form, and attempt to grapple dragon, well, it's not a dragon, corrupted thing on the left, with my lesser dance of the lightning-tailed dragon.
Ooh.
Or, yeah, so can I, assuming I succeed, can I grapple and attack with that in the same
Yes.
one standard action? Yeah,
Yes.
okay, cool. So in which case, I would attempt to do that then, please.
There's so many dice.
It's a really disappointing number, though, because the 20 is painfully low. I'm going to re-roll those just to try and make me feel better. No. Well, that one could go. Come on, let me come. It's the problem with bigger dice. Fuck it. So that's a robust 8.
Let's go.
As your sword whips across it, it just slides out of the way with a
Slide to the
warrior's movement, a graceful but feral edge. Michael,
Sophie, not liking your new friends.
I can't believe
Rawr.
these things have dodge frames. This is ridiculous.
Then I will step back and out the way of it. That's
Okay.
me.
Which brings us to Sarah.
All right. I'm going to quickly spend 4 free actions and just give everybody 2 temporary health. But bam, 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 bam.
Hey.
We got to get home so we can yell at Sophie.
Dankeschön.
That is 4.
I'm sorry, I love that. Just, we all have to get home so we can yell at Sophie.
That's like the
Love that-
passive
love that.
aggressive. Just wait till I get you home.
Cal is flying under the radar. No flack on him.
for right now. Yeah. Everyone gets 2 temporary health.
Whoop, whoop.
And I'm gonna
Man, I'm looking healthy
move-
right now. Sheesh.
I'm gonna click all the
Coma done
Which
you
is
good.
interesting.
It's right there, I think, is where I want to be. 20, 15, 15. All right. And I'm going to roar.
Do the
I'm gonna
thing.
release my inner Katy Perry.
I was going to say, off you go, Katy Perry.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Michael has disappeared. But not good,
Yay.
not current Michael, but other Michael.
Other Michael.
You're still here. Don't worry. Don't
Okay.
worry, good Michael. You're still here. It's green Michael that's gone.
I
He's
can
back.
I can get 5 of them. I get no shift. What is their... What the hell am I using? Willpower.
Their willpower
What's my
is
number?
very low at a grand total of 12.
Get him.
All right.
If only I could punch them in their willpower.
I'm pretty sure that beats a 12.
And
I'm
that
pretty sure that
is
also
actually a
Critically
critical
so.
success.
It critically beats a 12, in fact.
Fantastic. And just to check,
Yeah.
what type of damage is that?
So 5 of them. That is they are just stunned.
Oh,
It is 1 stun,
Oh, he's turned into a robot.
and they have the stunned condition because I crit.
okay.
So let's see. Let's do this one. Let's do these 3, and then this guy and this guy. Those 5 are all stun 1, stun condition. And then I will actually scream at this guy with my stick. My extra attack.
I believe, and I apologize if I'm wrong, but it was the 3 on the top left. And then this one.
Yeah.
And
And
this
then
one.
these 2. And the guy next
Okay.
to him. Yeah. And then I'm going to make a yelly. Going to... I already spent 1 power. What power do I have? What power do I have? 4. All right. I'll spend 1 more power for Power Strike. And then we're going to make... Using space. I'm going to target Willpower. Get 1 upshift. 12. Oh, hold on. Back that up. Up 1, down 2 is D6. Okay. We will roll 20 to catch up.
It did.
That is a
Are
7.
you kidding? What in
Do
the
you have any
hell?
ability to re-roll the d6? Because that could get you to a meets it beats it if you crit.
I do. I literally have to roll a 6 though.
Yeah, I mean, look, weirder things have happened.
I mean, you could
Well,
use
it's
story
just-
budget.
Did you roll an up, or did you roll with an extra upshift for your power weapon?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. Trying to help.
I'm just gonna take that. I'm just gonna eat the power loss. Yeah, that's fine.
Oof.
I'm gonna
F's in chat.
dance back. Yeah, that's fine. I stunned 5 of them. My
Yeah,
work
you
here is
stunned
You did
done.
5
indeed.
of them, so it's a net positive
This
turn.
was just stunning.
That's my turn.
Fantastic.
I will place
will
her
bring us-
in the proper position.
That will bring us to Peter.
Mark off my power loss.
Awesome. So in the midst of the chaos, like obviously he's hugged Sophie and he kind of looks up, sees everything going on. I've missed you, but this is really gonna have to wait. Just kind of like move her to the side a little bit. Where is the device, the compass? You said it was on the floor somewhere, yeah?
The compass, roll me an alertness check if you're going to search for it, but if you're searching for it, it's going to cost you your standard action.
I kind of need to know where it is though.
Mm.
I'll set it for now. I want to hit stuff. I haven't hit stuff for ages. No, yeah, I'll use my standard action to search for it. 19.
You have an extra attack though. Couldn't you just? Or
No,
do you need
because
to
the
have
extra
attack?
attack
No, I
boost
would
need to
only,
attack
yeah.
first.
Oh,
I could
that's
potentially,
unfortunate.
do something else though.
See where that green?
Yep. I'll run past this dude using a free action. I'll run around him and grab the device. And yep, I'll set one in.
Grabbing the device isn't going to be that easy because of the fact that he's there. It's not going to be
I
a
was just
free
gonna
action.
kinda- Cool, fair play. Either way, and
That's fine.
Mhm.
kind of like standing in front of it and it like shimmied it behind me a little bit.
That's fine.
So he cannot get his paws on it.
That brings us to Cal.
Yeah, all right. So Sophie, I have
Some
an
backwards and
upshift on my power weapon, right? From you?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Mhm.
I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna use one personal power to activate the defensive bonus of Flight of the Soaring Griffin. So evasion goes from a 16 to a 17, and then because I have 2 upshifts to my finesse, I'm going to use another personal power to triple strike attack.
Nice.
So here comes that puts me at a D8.
I think you have edge because they're stunned.
And I have edge because they're stunned. I'm about to
I'm
roll a
99%
line.
sure.
certain. I was just double checking it myself.
All right.
Yep. Attacks against them enjoy edge.
All right, so the first attack is a 25.
Yep.
Oh, also use a free action to summon my Griffin Paws
That is a
first
hit.
to hit them with those.
Yep.
All right. So
For
that's
blunt
1.
damage.
Blunt. Yes.
So the first one goes down to the floor.
Cool. I'm going to use my Nimble Fighter to take 5 feet of movement in between the attack.
Yep.
So here's attack number 2. Also at edge. I rolled 2 3s. All right. And the follow-up attack doesn't have any bonuses to it, right? It's just the number from the chart.
The follow attack is just the number from the chart, but you still gain edge.
Okay, cool. 12 if that hits, but I don't think it does.
12 does not, unfortunately.
All right, cool. Then I'll just attack again. It's cocked. 19 to hit.
That definitely hits. Bludgeoning or pierce or sharp, sorry.
Bludgeoning. Bludgeoning.
Fantastic. And
All right.
staying there or
So-
moving?
Oh, he's defeated? All right, then I'm moving.
Just working
You
way
see
down the line.
2 of them, like one after you hit one, it drops to the ground. You hit the second one, it drops to the ground. Sophie,
Down to 3
make
personal
me
power.
an alertness
Oh, wait.
check.
I just made 2 attacks, so can I use exploit weakness?
You can use exploit weakness.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. All right. Ooh, that's a good one. 21.
Fantastic. Let me just have a
That
quick
beats
look.
the DC 14.
Oh, it definitely beats the DC 14. You are correct.
Yep. We may ignore
So-
one of the target's defensive bonuses.
Okay. Unfortunately,
Which
it
one?
doesn't have any defensive
Oh.
bonuses.
No
But
resistance,
it was a
armor, or
very good-
anything. That,
No,
Like it's
even
still a
against
win.
Sharp?
it does not.
It's a... Okay. Do you still need that alertness check from me?
I
And
do.
is it perception based?
It is perception based. Difficulty is 10.
All right, let's go. Are you kidding me? That's unfortunate. So I rolled a natural 1 on my d20. Can I use a story point to reroll that?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Do it.
Okay. Okay, I rolled a 10 exactly.
When you were in the grid, when you were fighting these things, when you defeated them, they stopped existing. And that's where I'm going to leave
they?
that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. You said they stopped
That's
existing.
where I'm
Do
going
I-
to leave that.
Come on. Fine. You're so
You got a
mean.
10.
I mean, that's fair. I
You
literally
just gained a story point, by the way, just to replace that one that unused.
Thank you. I don't know who I'm thinking, but thank you.
Me.
Oh,
Um,
in that case, thank you, Jay.
It's in return for the upshift that you've given me that I still keep have not used because I keep forgetting.
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to hit one thing with an upshift, but it doesn't matter. So let's just say the upshift didn't work.
are you staying
Um,
where you are, Cal? Or are you
Oh.
moving?
No, I've moved already. Because
Okay,
I defeated that guy with the attack, and then I moved to the right one.
fantastic.
All right, what is
So
even
that will bring
happening?
us to Sophie's turn.
Okay, this is just a lot of nonsense. I'm going to. Do I want to do that? No, it'd probably just be easier if I do that, but it's probably not a good idea if I do that. Okay, what I'm going to do is
That is very
move
strange.
25. Jog 35 feet. 35 feet? No, wait, 35 feet. Wait, 35 feet? Is that? Wait,
Arrows going out.
Okay,
Yum,
I'm
yum.
gonna do a casual jog over here. Casual jog over here, and I'm going to roll my acrobatics skill die for hard target, and bump my evasion up to a 20. I'm going to take a downshift on my targeting.
Bear with me a
Use
moment.
free act. Oh yeah,
because
no.
I'm just going to refresh the
I'm gonna
browser
take
page.
a downshift on my
So I may just
targeting
miss something just
for
because
multiple targets.
some shenanigans are
mm.
going on.
So the ones with the red. Okay.
The ones with the red dot are stunned, so you get edge against them.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, I think. So, well.
Anyway, how's everyone doing tonight while we wait for the actual okay.
So you join us whilst we are currently across the stars, which, funnily enough, is
Stop
the
shilling.
same
They're not
time
paying us.
as the
If you
latest
shield for
season
free, they'll
of
never pay
Renegade
you.
Games. Hey, they liked it the
Not
last time I did
sponsored.
it. I can keep plugging.
Okay,
I mean,
I'm not quite
your
sure
call,
why,
dude.
but
Are we back?
yes, but Michael's camera is not showing up on OBS.
Well, that's
I can't hear him either.
Oh,
I can hear
You
it.
need
guess-
to
I guess that's
refresh
you,
the
Michael.
browser source
Um,
itself on OBS, probably.
Let's try it.
Anyway, would you like me to roll my downshifted
Go for it.
attacks now for multiple targets? Okay, I'm gonna hit the 2 stunned ones. Okay, let me see. Okay, there's a 14 hit.
14 does hit. Yep.
let's go.
Sweet,
Which
that
of
is,
the ones are you talking
two-
about?
two.
Because the ones with red dots
The-
are
the-
stuns.
The two that are
The-
in front of her and not the one that I'm in front of.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy, and
button
then
above
I'm
the
gonna
right.
try to hit this guy as well.
Okay. So the
Okay,
first
get
one
it.
takes a point of damage.
Oh yeah, that's a 23 for 2. So this guy eats a crit for 2 energy damage.
The second person or the second of these corrupted individuals that was shot explodes into this bright flash of light that disappears. However, the first one is still standing.
So yeah, the one that took a crit, did it just vanish?
It exploded.
The one that
What
took a
happened?
crit just into light, very much like the ones you defeated in the grid.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, my brain just short circuited.
Mine's been doing that.
Do I? No, like I'm so confused. Oh. Sophie just yells, "Hit it with energy damage!" That's the end of my turn.
The two that Cal appeared to have defeated slowly stand back up.
But are they still stunned?
They are not, because they were down to 1 health. They were down to 0 health, and now they have regenerated from their defeated condition.
Unfortunate.
The others are, however, or the ones that are marked are, however, stunned. So these two
Yeah.
are not.
Oh, so only 2 of them get to do stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 of them technically.
Yeah. Because yeah. Okay. All right.
So we are going to have, and I apologize because I'm going to do the quick thing here. First attack is on Q. Q, how are you defending?
Hang on, I have a thing. Resilience. It's on my character sheet that's not in front of me. It's here. Too many things open. Resilience. I may spend a story point, a power point, to roll my athletic skill die to reduce all incoming attacks by the amount rolled, as long as I'm aware of the attack incoming, which I would
You're
imagine that
definitely
I
aware.
am.
Yep.
Okay. I will spend a personal
wait.
power point.
Wait, before you do that, maybe it just won't hit you, period. Like, can you do it after you've been attacked? Or do you have to do it preemptively?
When targeted by any attack.
When targeted.
So when, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll try it. I'll let the first one have a bash and see how well it rolls.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I am going to. I will try and see. Part of me wants to try evading it just in case. No, I'll just tough it out. I'll strength it out. So 21.
Okay. Peter, how are you going to defend?
I love how you didn't tell us the effect before you asked me. I am going to This is probably going to be a mistake because for once it will probably target evasion rather than toughness. But I'm going to try and evade. 18.
Okay. And Cal?
Evasion, 17.
Okay. So
Om nom nom.
that is that's actually a 25 against Q. And
Right.
Hey, she made the face. Put the emote in chat.
did she?
Anyone? Yeah.
As these fists come towards you, as they catch into your grid shell, the claws tear through your armor. This is unlike anything you've experienced before. Your shell is no protection, and these just rake across your chest
Oh, he's
in
dead.
a burning sensation.
He's
You
dead,
only
dead.
take 1
You've all got
damage,
temporary health.
but it is
No, I'm talking about
void
the fact that the environment
damage.
is the environment is
I'm
poisonous.
sorry, Matt. What was that? I missed.
Sorry. You essentially have taken 1 void damage as this thing has torn through your grid shell and
Okay.
scratched at your soft.
Chesticles.
We'll go with chesticles. 2 for Peter.
Before you
My
announce, can
testicles.
I spend a story point to increase my defense by 5?
Yep, but it's 1 attack. So that's 5 against 1. And then I've got a second one.
Cool. I'll just use it the once. I won't spend too many story points.
Okay. Just for the record, just to be a pain, I rolled a 4 on a d20.
Cool.
Yeah.
That misses then, doesn't it?
Yep. And on this one, I have rolled a 20. I've got a 26 with a crit on every single dice.
That's the one I'm
Except
using
for-
the +5 on.
Nope. Except for the d4. So you will take 2 points
Buddy.
of void damage.
That's
as
cool.
it-
I just literally just lose my bonus health.
And you've also been environmentally unsealed in a
Yeah,
in a
there's
world
no
where the air is
avoiding
poisonous.
that.
Well,
Let's not
Cal,
talk about that.
I got
Yep.
a 2, a 2, a 2, and a 3.
hmm
You're good.
Yeah, I would say so.
The dice
yeah.
are bullying Michael.
But literally,
I'm a bully.
Jay got hit too.
a 2.
The dice are bullying
and a
Michael.
2.
They got Jay
He got,
too.
he got critted. Yeah, that's
But
fine.
that will bring us all the way back to Q.
Cool.
So how
I'm gonna-
long does Q have to live in an environment where the air is poison?
That's a very good question.
This is bullshit.
Q is going to back away to about there, I think. And then I'm going to shoot the stunned corrupted. Is it still stunned?
It is not end of its turn. End of its turn?
No.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah? I wasn't sure if there was anything.
It's
on
just
the...
for 1 round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'll
It
go for
has
the one
the
that's on its own
stun-
then.
Wait, for 1 round, so that does that
Stun
mean he becomes
condition is the end
is
of,
what
end of
Michael
their
said.
next.
Okay, end of their next turn.
Yeah.
God, it
the-
is so
the
hard
end
to.
of their next turn. So their turn ended. They're on.
So that would take me up to a D.
That is terrible.
Brain. That would take me up to a D4. With my standard upshift, takes me up to a D6. With the extra upshift that Anne bought me, that's a D8. So I am going to Blade Blaster mode. And corrupt it all by itself. Now that is a Blade Blaster in Blaster mode a power weapon? Or is it the blade?
No,
that's the
in
power
blade
weapon?
mode it's a power weapon. In blaster mode it's not.
Okay, so that first attack is definitely going to miss.
Oof.
What did you get? Because they don't have a very high defense.
7.
Oh, it misses. It's higher than that.
Yeah. Pretty certain that one was going to miss. I'm just making sure that I don't have anything else that does actually apply. No, I've got that one in. No, that's for melee. And that's a 10. So these dice aren't going to get rolled again this evening. They're going back in the box. Cool, and that ends my turn.
Okay, let's have
Quick and pointless.
Sarah's turn.
All right. And I'm gonna do some cartwheels over here. Do. And we're gonna take a couple of shots of the ones on Peter.
Pew pew.
And do this one first. Yeah. Let's see. Performance. Do I? No, let's go with the D10. Let's see what happens.
You have the extra upshift if their power.
What's the
weapon.
number?
The
willpower was 12, wasn't it?
Yeah, the willpower was 12.
I'm not doing willpower.
The toughness is 14.
Energy.
14. Okay. There's a difference. Attack the first.
That's a good hit.
Is it?
Also a critical.
It is actually a critical success.
Fantastic.
Yep. So that is this guy takes 2 sonic and 2 energy. So 4
Brilliant.
total.
As it is struck by both, the sonic at first kind of pushes it backwards, and you can see whatever it is made up of is struggling to push back. The energy completely disrupts this connection, and it just bursts into light
All right.
as this
We're gonna do
creature
it
of
again
corruption
on his
just
friend.
falls apart. I knew that was going to happen.
You deleted the one that was on the tracker.
I knew it. As soon as I pressed the delete button, I was like, I guarantee that's going to be the one.
I'd say pro tip, turn it upside down, then you know which one not to delete.
As soon as I did it, I was like, you're going to be the one.
I mean,
Or
this is
you
the
just
way.
can just hover over the order tracker, and the one that it is will
Oh my god!
Highlight. Sarah's back
Well,
on the crate.
there is all.
What the
Just
hell?
for everybody watching, because you can't see the dice, unfortunately.
That is 3 criticals.
Yeah.
It's a
Michael
10, an 8, and a
rolled
6.
a 2, a 2, a 6, an 8, and a 10.
Woo.
That's all
And
of his
still
luck.
my
done
level 1 pony beat it.
Show off.
I did roll a 12 on the 20, so calm down. But yeah, 2 sonic, 2 energy to this guy.
Well, I will rethink my turn.
Right, this guy is going up here, out of the
Yeah,
way,
you will.
because he is the initiative tracker guy. So just ignore him. He doesn't exist. Okay, people?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Is that everything for the lovely Sarah?
That is, yeah.
Fantastic. Peter, with these 2 corrupted just completely exploded around you, the Wayfinder is right by your feet. Make me an alertness check. Difficulty is 10.
10.
In the shimmering light of the Master Arch,
I did
you
it.
can see the head of another corrupted as it pushes its way through. This one stands 20 foot tall, walks on 6 legs, you notice,
We don't
as it pushes the first of these 6 legs through, and seems to be some large dragon-like salamander creature.
Awesome. As much as Pete would be well entertained that it's a dragon, he's also not particularly wanting to fight a dragon, considering he doesn't have his dragon. I will use my grid gift. Well, let me ask first. Can I make a technology roll to try and use the compass to close the gate?
Yes.
Or just to try and figure out how to close the gate in general, whether it needs the compass or not?
You can.
Excellent. Can I use my grid gifted to give me... Oh, wait, it's grid tech anyway, so I don't need to use it. Never mind. I was hoping it'd give me enough upshift, but it don't. It either gives me edge or specialization.
What's really funny here, chat, is that it's actually a really easy solution to this problem. And I really hope he gets the answer.
Yeah, I thought about it right back at the start of the battle, but then distractions and stuff. And I thought I still had the way thing. I missed that.
Does he just have to? Does he just have to Peter the Wayfinder?
Just have to turn it off or smash it with a hammer.
He's gotta pull a Peter and break the thing.
I rolled a 19.
No, don't break the thing.
As you look at the Wayfinder,
It's a garage door opener.
you study it for a
says
moment,
close.
and you think about everything that you have learned about it in such a short period of time. Any
I just think
interaction
close.
with the Tesseract changes the location of the gate. You just poke your finger into the Tesseract, the gateway changes, and the creature stepping through is torn in two.
Excellent.
You should karate chop action.
You just on the tesseract, just spin it. Can I close the door though, completely?
Closing the door
Yeah, give it a pinch.
is a slight problem because the Tesseract, the Wayfinder, didn't turn the door on. It just told it where to go.
Okay, can I reset it to where it was then, like when we found it?
Do you remember the numbers?
The helmet's always recording, so it'll have the information in there somewhere.
Where's it
Let's go
recording
back and
to?
watch your live footage.
Central memory bank in the suit. It's technology, dude. It is
I would
information
say for a
stored upon the
story
grid.
point, you can pop it back into where it was, although where it
Cool.
was, you don't know
Spend
for the
it.
record.
Spend it.
But it was safe at that point because it had been sitting there like that for however bloody long.
Look,
So yeah,
it
we'll
was
just
off at that point.
Someone turned it
Create an infinite loop, connect it to itself.
yeah. Let's see if we can do that. Can I do that? Is that a thing I can do?
Shut up.
I just grab one corner of the tesseract and fold it over on itself.
Spend the story point.
Yeah, I'll spend the story point.
Yes.
What are you doing with the
Then
story
the story
point?
point, create a black hole.
Resetting it to the position it was in when we found it.
When the portal, when the Master Arch shifts back to where it was for a moment, you see into this shimmering city of white light. Buildings,
Ew.
ancient architecture you have no name for the descriptions of. And can the group make me an alertness check, please? Again, I'd like to know who rolls the highest.
Just can.
Perception based.
Perception based.
I would like to
22.
use an idea point to give myself edge.
Okay.
19, so not me.
22.
Michael's sitting at the top of the 22.
I literally rolled a 20 and a 2.
19. Critical
What are we
19.
rolling?
And Lertner's perception,
Alertness.
just to see who got the
14.
highest.
It's not me.
Critical 23.
That's
I think
it.
that is now Q.
Mm-hmm.
Q,
Oh, Jesus.
for the second time,
That's
out of the
it.
corner of your
Yeah.
eye, you see
Literally.
this purplish black smudge of a
Am
figure
I ever going to see this purple smudge?
weave between two of the corrupted. Place a hand upon one of the runes, and for a moment it grows just ever so slightly more visible as it appears to draw energy from the arch. And you see it step inside just before it closes. You would swear that for a second you saw another Power Ranger. One you've never seen before. But everything about that figure screamed friendly, helpful. Cow.
Well, how big are these things?
They are just over 6 foot tall, common sized.
Common sized?
Yeah, they're not universal shapes and sizes. It's almost like they're
Mhm.
different.
And if I wanted
People?
to pick one up, would that be a brawn check or athletics?
Picking one up, I would say brawn.
Okay.
Sorry, I did a movement action.
Okay.
As well.
Okay. That would be brawn.
I assume the test was my standard action.
This will be real stupid. This will be real stupid. I'm gonna come
I like
over
how
here.
you say that.
And there's nothing. I couldn't spend a story point to make this easier for myself, so I'm just not gonna bother. Yeah, I'm gonna try pick up this corrupted.
Okay.
That's really good. That's 21.
I'm going to say yes. You're physically capable of hefting this corrupted up.
Cool. Then I'm gonna jump 90 feet in this direction and dump it in the acid.
Okay.
So if you could just take this corrupted and put him right here.
I'm melting. Oh, what a world.
It's just gonna forever regenerate in the acid.
That's a typical cow move.
I can't do energy damage.
Yeah.
You have a blade blaster?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have a
I'm gonna shoot a blade blaster with snag and attempt to hit anything. Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Yeah.
That will bring us over to Sophie then.
At this point, Sophie is just like absolutely feral and just starts shooting at corrupted. So she is going to she's going to aim, take a free action to aim. She's going to take the downshift for multiple targets. Let me see. So that's a D8. D8? Sure. Ah! Oh no,
Not
D8
anymore.
down. Hold on. No, the D8's on the floor. I can't use that one. I can't find it.
Oh no, it's
Okay,
lost
so
to the
the
void.
first Oh no, that's almost a crit. I rolled a 26 to hit the one that is next to Peter.
Yep.
So that takes 1 energy damage.
That one
And then I am
bursts
going to
into
shoot.
a bright light as it
Oh, gosh darn it.
dissipates.
I'm gonna hit the next one that is the closest and do the
This
same
one
thing.
here.
Yes. Does a 15 hit?
It does indeed. They are not very tough.
So that one takes an energy damage.
This one also
And then
bursts
she
into
will.
white light.
Can I do something a little bit wild because I have a couple of free actions? If I were to say yell something at the last one to taunt it, could I do the thing I did with the slippery shark like
I will say you
ages
can
ago
try.
and taunt it? I would like to attempt this because this just seems like what Feral Sophie would do.
Go for it.
Oh, that is unfortunate. I rolled an 11 to intimidate it. I rolled an 11 and a 20, which makes me kind of sad.
Just miss.
No! Damn it! That would have been so funny. Well, she still yells.
12, isn't it?
Yeah, like literally
She just yells.
just miss.
I'm so sad it didn't work. She just yells something really angrily, like, I've been fighting you guys for weeks. Come on, bring it. And she just has her power weapon out, and she's absolutely just out of her mind. Feral. Oh, and I use my last
Been 2
reaction
days.
to defend.
As the corrupted steps towards Peter, it draws back its fist. Peter, you know the question I'm going to ask you.
Indeed, evasion. Story point bonus. Am I allowed, people? Does anyone mind?
Yeah, do it.
Yes. Bonus me. Bonus me.
Go ahead.
God damn it.
You have been bone-eyed.
I only have
Yes.
2 multiple targets. I couldn't get rid of all of them.
I got 6 total.
Awesome. It missed.
Yeah. It pulls back its fist and tries to rake claws across your chest. As it does, however, you pull backwards, drawing it off balance. It does lose its balance, and for a moment, it looks like it's going to fall into you and bury you beneath its weight and bulk, taking you both to the ground. You see a flash of gold and blue about a fraction of a second before you hear a fairly loud impact sound upon the ground next to you. The gold moves past you, and as you look, it becomes recognizable as an armored arm. The blue, a shimmering sword of energy. The sword buries itself into the hilt in the chest of this corrupted form, rips itself free, and a golden booted foot kicks it just before it explodes into white light. Standing next to Peter is Zordon of Elta.
Ha!
Golden armor, blue energy sword.
Pete is just gonna be like startled,
Zardoz?
and I'm sorry, I'm gonna let out one swears. He's just gonna be startled and just be like, "Oh shit, Zordon, what are you doing here?"
Meanwhile,
I'm-
Sophie's in the
meanwhile, I'm
background wishing.
That's his name, right?
Meanwhile, Sophie's in the background wishing she was invisible.
I'm trying to drown a corrupted in acid.
Just holding its head under. Nothing to
Literally,
see
like
here.
hand on
Just like-
hand on body. Like, "Hey, down!"
Is Cal literally waterboarding a
Stop.
corrupted
basically,
in
yes.
acid?
Morning.
The
Actually,
Omega.
I have a question. Can
Go
anybody
on.
see me?
Nobody can see you.
Cool. I'm gonna
Because
flood
it
it with electricity.
Yeah, I can.
I was going to say, the only person who'd be able to would be Sarah if she turns to look at you.
Don't though.
But
Zordon's
The-
here. That's massive.
yellow Omega Ranger lands.
I mean, unless you're making a bunch of noise.
I'm not.
I'm distracted with Zardoz.
I'm gonna flood this
Um,
thing with electricity.
She lands next to you, hefts her hammer up, gestures for you to let go.
I'm going to suplex it into the hammer.
She swings it as you do, and like energy coalesces around the hammer, and it's just like slam. And for a fraction of a second, you are both blinded by this white pulse of light as it is destroyed.
Thank you for the save. Sitting down, hand on knee on ground. Ugh.
And upon this peak, this lovely place to stop and rest, the Spectrum, the ship of the Omega Rangers, lands, and from out of it, the red, blue, and black Omega Rangers disembark and look around at the group they are surrounded by.
What
Zordon.
even is happening right now?
Rangers, you did request assistance, yes?
Thank
We
you.
did. That was a bit of a surprise, though. But
Yeah, I suppose we did, didn't we?
thank you for coming.
Sophie like tries to like quietly and stealthily hide behind Peter and just be like, this is probably my fault, so I'm just gonna not be just like, yep.
Peter's trying to decide whether to offer a handshake or bow to
Profile.
Zordon. Like, do I handshake, bow, what one?
All right.
Watching all of the awkwardness happen around him.
Suppose we should
He
get
then
off
takes
this,
one-
this waste of a planet. Before we... Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. So, watching the awkwardness around Peter trying to work out whether to bow or handshake at the same time, Ministry of Silly Walk style.
You just does
You
both.
just. I'm not worthy. Q steps forward and gives a respectful, like martial arts bow to Zordon. Says, "Thank you. I received a visit from the Blue Emissary, who pointed us in this location." Kruger was kind enough to give us a very cramped lift here, and we managed to get our Blue Ranger back. Q looks back over his shoulder to Sophie, trying to be as small as possible.
Yeah, Pete not realizing she's trying to hide, he just kind of ta-da.
Thank you all
We found her.
for coming. we still could do with getting home, because Kruger's currently on his way to his home planet, having been separated from his wife for a long while, and making him go back home to then.
He's just parked he's parked in orbit waiting for us.
Yeah,
I hope he didn't leave. He wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that then having him either fly us back home to Earth to then fly back to his home planet, or trust us to pilot ourselves home.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was originally the plan, but I don't know. Can y'all drop us off at Earth? A quick hop, skip, and a jump.
I've kind of got to go pick something up for a friend as well. Do you know a planet we can get? Insert stew name here.
I'm impressed
Oh
that you
shit! Where can I
remembered.
buy explosives?
Yeah, we need alien explosives as well.
Hugh is just dying inside his helmet right now. In fact,
Very
he just
important
visibly
for
goes.
base explosives, and if I disappoint her, I will go dark.
Zach, I don't suppose you fancy replacing the Black Ranger on Earth? Yale? Replacing Green for a while?
Hey. I promised a friend.
I take my promises seriously. We promised to rescue Sophie. We did that. I promised my lady some explosives. I'm going to do that. I've also promised to murder the Masked Rider. I'm going to do that too.
And I need a
Murder
list.
isn't heroic.
Zordon watches as the Rangers kind
Stab
of
you.
mingle and slowly sort of puts all of the information together before coming to a conclusion. Whilst I'm sure the Omega Rangers would indeed enjoy a return home, it is not in the card for us at this point. However, we could return Kruger to his planet, leaving you to make your trip home if you believe you can do so safely.
In a ship we barely know how to fly. Okay.
We did it once.
You're fine.
That seems.
You should be okay.
Kruger didn't know he was flying.
Can provide you with a short-term, limited replica to provide assistance.
That would be handy.
All right.
And Peel just kind of look round Zordon quickly and just be like, "Hi, Jason."
Jason sort of waves at the Green Ranger, but wanders off to talk to Jay. Talk to Q. Sorry, yes. The J's threw me. Zordon does take Peter off to the side for a moment, leaving Trini to organize the return of Kruger and the exchange of ships.
Is
Peter.
Sophie still standing behind Peter?
Yes. Hold on.
From
I just want to know if I
friend,
can listen.
it's entirely up to you. He wouldn't have stopped, like he wouldn't have pushed you apart. It's more like up to you and Peter, because what he has to say is for Peter, but he wouldn't have stopped Peter from bringing you if he wanted to.
I'd say
Well,
this
I
is
mean,
a
if
conversation
Peter-
Pete would have on his own.
Yeah, if Peter signals for her to wait, then she'll just kind of hang back.
Just guys, let me talk to Zordon quickly. What's up? What I do?
From a friend, I have been informed of your technical prowess and your experiments with technology relating to the grid.
Well, thank you. I pride myself in this.
These are
Keep
dangerous.
digging.
Wait, what? But I'm not building anything like web. I built the rescue kit and like tools to help defeat like the Dark Rangers.
You also built a device purely intended to strip Rangers of their power. Can you imagine what would happen if somebody would not just get their hands on it, but know that this was possible? Just the idea.
I didn't think that far ahead. I just kind of thought it was something we could use to help save Kim and Ryan. I mean, I've put a load of safety features on it, so only we could use it.
There are a great number of enemies out there. And whilst I am not doubting your intelligence, I think it would be arrogant to believe that you can outsmart every one of them.
Yeah, when you
All
put
it
it
would
like that,
take
you make a
is
good
the
point.
right individual to get their hands on it. And the very thing that protects you and the other Rangers would be used against you, would be taken away from you at your time of need.
So what do I do? It already exists. It's not like I can just make it not.
Peter, this is your decision to make. I can advise you. And I would suggest once you have used it to do what you intend to do, to destroy it completely and utterly. You have to understand that with all of this amazing power comes a superior responsibility.
Where did you hear that?
It's just a thing somebody told me once on Earth.
Funny. I know someone that says that a lot. Things to think about. Okay. Yeah. I'll think about what I'll do with the MGD. Sorry. I tend to act before I think. I thought it was a good idea at the time, but yeah, you've put some things into perspective for me. Yeah. Let me sit on that one for a little while.
He stands a little bit straighter, sort of pats you on the shoulder. Spectacular. I will leave you to make your way home. And hopefully we should all talk soon. And he ventures off.
While that's happening.
Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to Sophie and give her a bear hug. Girl, you got some splaining to do. Are you okay?
I mean, I look okay. I guess it depends how you define okay. And then she looks at Sophie like, or she looks at Sarah. Sophie looks at Sarah. Sorry, my brain. Looks at her like this concerned look on her face, and then she says, "I'm just really glad to see you," and then goes in for another hug.
Yeah. I heard when you were yelling at whatever the hell that was, you said weeks. You've been missing for like 3 days.
Really? It felt like so much longer.
Great. I know what that means. All right. Well, we need to get off of this God's forsaken planet before it like melts us.
So everything's okay. Like you're okay. Like the last 3 days, like nothing bad's happened. And she's kind of rambling a little bit, like.
I mean, you vanished while we were fighting that bee thing, and then we kicked its ass and it ran away. And then we immediately tried to, well, then Cal got stabbed.
Wait, what?
This is where Pete kind of walks back into the
apparently,
conversation. He's just like,
you know, that
fine now.
vigilante has been running around town while punching people. Apparently, he stabbed Cal. And then, before or after, I'm not entirely sure, he rode a bike into the bee. I'm not sure about the timing on that. But yeah, he stabbed Cal. Cal was in a coma most of the way here. Or all the way here, really.
Sophie still morphs, so you can't see how upset she is.
That guy.
But you hear it in her voice that she's starting to get a little bit worked up. And she just says, "Can we go home?"
Yeah, we can. Right? Look around. We can go home now?
Pete will just kind of give a thumbs up.
Space explosives are up.
Zach gives you a bit of a... It's difficult to tell because of the helmets, but he kind of nudges his head towards one of the containers that's being transported between the ships and taps his temple.
Just like, I got you.
Yeah.
I think after like talking to Sarah, or even while she's talking to Sarah, her eyes, like she's locked on Peter for, like she's having a conversation with Sarah, but she's like tracking Peter at the same time and just watching him. And then when they eventually get on the ship, she's still just watching him quietly. And she's just like, I don't feel tired at all from all of that time in the grid, Matthew. Am I able to feel tired?
You're mentally wary.
Yeah, but physically just fine, right?
Physically, yeah, absolutely fine.
Yeah. She's almost like kind of on fire.
We're on the ship and can demorph now.
Yeah.
Have we boarded the ship? I'm guessing.
As the majority of you board the ship, Jason and Q are exchanging words, but also what appear to be storage devices of some sort, hard drives, but you know, not the typical run down to the electric shop and pick up something.
Q reaches kind of around to the back of his helmet and slides a couple of things that don't appear to be there until he starts interacting with them. And out from the back of the helmet, not like a complete chunk that cuts all the way through, but there's a panel that he removes and swaps a storage device of sorts with Jason. Q has decided to always be prepared. Hashtag Cub Scouts. For whenever we may come across an opportunity to share information with the people that are furthest away that need it. So he, a bit like a black box recorder, but keeping it up to date with logs of recent missions, discoveries on Earth, on the Moon, etc. He's been having that encrypted and kept in a storage device in his helmet, should the opportunity arise for him to be able to pass it on to a team like the Omega team to keep data flowing.
Would the rest of the team been aware of your data caching as such?
Nope, that was purely a leadership thing between me working with Alpha and finding a better way of exchanging data with our faraway teams.
Cool. I'd like to say then, for the record, that all of the data that Pete does record on his helmet does get uploaded to the command center. So you'd have access to the information that he's gathered over time.
Yeah, it's not like a complete dump of absolutely everything that we've got. It's kind of the edited logs and
Cliff
highlights. Yeah.
Jason,
B came. We spanked B. B buzzed off.
Jason accepts it, hands over what looks to be a prism made of just a multifaceted crystal, not like the Zeo crystal, but some alien storage device that he looks pretty proud of.
Just like, okay, so yours is prettier.
Yeah. We did manage to have a bit of a meet up with the Space Rangers. Billy's getting to work on he called it a social media platform for Power Rangers.
Power Ranger Twitter?
Sweet.
No.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Is it like Tumblr?
I think what he
Like
wanted us
Ranger.
to do was like have some kind of message board that we could communicate with that would just act as a storage device. We could keep things on like this, share things more permanently, not permanently, but more regularly, not like these once in a while meetups.
Little and often. I mean, what are intergalactic memes like?
I tell you, have you seen that planet hopping sci-fi TV show? They made movies.
With the octopus.
The aliens, and they're not even very good. Like sometimes they've just got like green makeup and some fake ears and like maybe
Pretend
like an arched
eyebrows.
eyebrow. Yeah. It's a lot like that. Just less makeup.
The historical documents.
Yes. But yeah, Billy's working on it. Hopefully that means that something will come of it soon, and he'll send message to Alpha. You know what he's like when he gets, well, I suppose maybe you don't. But once he gets his mind set on something, he's going to make it work one way or another.
So
if you ever find his diaries, like, just wow. Yeah.
Should say Pete did find his diaries.
Yeah, I think Pete is currently sleeping with his diaries.
I'm not sure how Billy
That's a
would
weird
take that.
choice, but okay.
No. It's Pete's gonna Pete. Nothing changes.
Billy's gonna Billy.
Journals in one hand, unicorn plushie in the other.
Yeah. We're still working on the Tommy and Kim situation. We're still not quite there yet, though.
I hear you. it's not an easy solution. We had our own troubles with Evil Tommy.
Yeah, we are kind of certain he's not evil because we've seen Ranger Slayer. We've not seen Tommy. If they had turned him, we're fairly certain he'd be on the field.
Yeah, there's no way Rita wouldn't send him out, even just
Yeah.
for a morale. She'd love to get him out there.
We do have a potential problem with the Psycho Green Ranger coming up, though.
Wait, there's another one?
Yeah. On the moon. It's in the files. Pete seems to be sharing some sort of wavelength link with them, which is a worry.
Okay. I'd try and break that. Not to state the obvious, but that can't be good.
No.
Yeah. Especially if it's two ways.
That we do not know.
That is actually a good point. That is something we do not know, nor have I thought to ask.
We don't think that they've weaponized. Well, we don't. They don't appear to be trying to weaponize it yet. So maybe they're either unaware or incapable. But it's a constant worry.
Well, we are pushing back as much as we can. We're training more SPD reinforcements. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some time to come back, even if it's only for a couple of days. Get that wedding, and maybe before or after, maybe visit the moon.
That would be neat. If you find any way of severing similar spectrum frequency connections, in the meantime, back of a postcard, stamped addressed envelope.
Yeah. I'm sure Billy will have worked something out by then. We'll hit you up, one way or the other.
Awesome. So Q goes for the handshakey, bro grab, big hug thing that Rangers would do, I feel, on a foreign planet covered in acid.
Jason just grabs him and gives him a big cuddle.
Just pounds on the chest. Yeah. On the back, sorry. Yeah. And Yale just comes along and knocks them both. Just
cat rub.
Shoulder 300-pound large cat just slams into them both.
Headband. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zordon in full golden regalia strides down from the spectrum, looks across at both teams of Rangers, what's left, and just, although we may be separated by space, our causes are the same, and we will work together when we can. We will come to your aid, just like we did today. There are many more of us out there.
Q looks at Zordon and he opens with stronger together, and then realizes he's not really talking to Pete. So might not get the echo, but then just goes, "May the power protect us."
He just hears over the intercom, "Rangers forever." That is the first word Peter's muttered since his conversation with Zordon as well. He's just sitting in the pilot seat, just sitting there, still fully morphed, all somber. Just.
I think as we're all kind of piling in, Sophie's probably the first one to kind of separate from the group and she walks over to Peter to check in and just quietly says behind him, "Hi."
You kind of look around, be like, oh, "Hey, sorry, sorry, it's good to have you back. Can we talk when we get home? Got a few things to think through."
Yeah. Just wanted to check in. She
Cool.
kind of just
Sorry.
nods. She has just taken off her helmet and walked away. Probably I get the vibes that Peter just doesn't want to talk right now, right? That's kind of the basic read of it. Yeah. And then she kind of just mutters to herself, "Is there a window on the ship?" Yeah.
Just see like a portside display suddenly appear on one side of the ship. Just Pete presses a couple of buttons and a window appears.
She wasn't even expecting that. I think she kind of just sits and stares out of whatever the heck is on the screen or the window or whatever.
Planet Bob.
Man, space.
Alright.
It's very spacious.
As I take it we're into disembarking, not disembarking, to leaving.
Yep.
Cool. Bye, Bob. Q shouts merrily as the door closes. And
Later,
the
Bob.
thrusters begin to lift us off.
Yeah. As the doors are, the thing is, the ramp raising, I'm gonna pop my head out, look, give him finger guns, thumbs up for the gift. Black. We have the language. He understands.
He gets it.
Then demorph. All right. All right, good. None of the acid. Ugh. Never again. That planet's awful.
Oh, I'm definitely sending you back to Bob.
Only after it's been terraformed into something else.
Do we need to roll anything to take off or anything, or are we
No,
just?
I'll say for your
get to-
return trip, just head home. You can have any of your
Cool.
interactions you wish to have.
Pete called dibs on flying, so Pete be flying.
I'm
I
gonna
think
check in with our girl.
Sophie is like unusually quiet the whole trip. She's just watching everyone. And I think in terms of like, she's developed these kind of weird quirks, like she's waiting until everyone else has gone to sleep before going to sleep herself. And she's like always
Hyper-aware.
on like hyper aware. Yeah. And just, you know, specifically Sarah and Peter, she's just like watching and, you know, not being like weird about it, but she's definitely worried
100%.
about something. And
The back of Peter's helmet just starts smoking from the glare that is being inflicted into the back of it.
it's not a it's not a glare.
I wanna.
Like a worried.
I feel like that calls for an insight check.
Sure. Roll it. Target number 17. Have fun.
I'm gonna spend a story point specialization. No one objects.
Look, we've played this game before, Michael.
I hit 17.
We have.
Wait, no. Okay, fine.
Hold on. Wait. Is it actually a crit?
Close.
Ah, Jesus. Oh, wait.
You got 16.
Damn.
Go
Okay.
down
I
one.
was looking at the old one.
Oh.
The ghost of crits
It
gone
took
by.
forever to load. And I can't re-roll any of that. Okay, see, she's just being weird. Okay. But that's
Well, that's unfortunate, Michael. That's really unfortunate for you. Okay, but Q got it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
You got
So
it?
the perspective that I was coming from for that, not just like jumping on the back of Michael's roll, but Q whilst not engaging whilst they're on the ship, because in his mind, we're not safe until we're back on Earth. So he's focused. In his mind, he's still in rescue mode, now trying to get the team back home. But he's definitely cognizant of noticing Sophie's behavior, having been out from the team, whilst he's trying to work out how he's going to speak about it once they're back on Earth.
Are you safe on Earth?
Have
Are
we
we
landed
safe
yet? Are we safe on Earth? We're
I'm just
safer
posing
on
the
Earth
question,
than we are
just
in a
in
shuttle.
general.
We're less close to the vacuum of space when we're on Earth.
I mean,
I will say that the trip goes without trouble, without any sort of event. Peter apparently was paying attention to his first interstellar flying lesson and manages to plot a route back safely and navigate to the aquabase where the ship lands and is stripped of the containers. You are teleported back to the command center.
I think Sophie starts texting people when she gets to the command center. One of the first clues that at least Sarah and Peter get that she's not okay is okay, so I like to imagine that there's a couples group text between Kelsey, Sarah, Peter, and Sophie where they've planned their first double date, and it just says double date again. The last time was fun. And it's been like a couple of weeks since the first one, right? Like roughly in the timeline.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. So that's
at least. Yeah.
There's a text message that goes out to her parents that's just like, just wanted to check in, see how everyone was doing. One that goes off to Dana, essentially the same thing, but the one from Dana is like, just checking in. How are things with your brother? And she's just on her phone in the command center, kind of drifting towards her room.
Before we even landed, like as soon as we had like cell restriction, I sent a text to Kelsey with a picture of the box with a hey, guess what?
Space bombs, space bombs, space bombs.
There's an indie band waiting to happen.
And stew.
I was just about to say, did it have the stew? Excellent.
Before
You open the box, it's half bombs, half stew.
Don't get
And
them
they're
confused
both,
for the
yeah, I was
love
going to
of
say, like,
God.
they're frozen, like freeze-dried and in containers, and they look like exactly the same. So it's just like...
They now need to work out which one's what. What time is it in the day back here on Earth?
I will say
What time do we get home?
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, that's not a bad flight time.
No.
So as they're kind of So if Sophie's heading back to her room, Q will be heading back to his to kind of space. And as they get
they're headed in the same direction.
Yeah.
I was just going to point out.
As they get to their rooms, Q, obviously Sophie's been full concentration in her texting. He'll just tap her on the shoulder and just say, let's try and not ever have to do that again. That was... It's just great to have you back.
She looks at Q and she says, I'm glad to be back.
In that pause, he just steps in and hugs her.
No.
He kind of feels her like start to cry. And she says, whatever lesson the Blue Emissary wanted to teach me, I've learned it.
Well,
I won't do that again. And it's just like upset sobs.
Yeah. He just says quietly to her.
All right, you definitely need to explain, but right now, group hug. Everybody, get in here.
Just as people are
Where
buying
did Sarah come from? Just like,
yeah.
Manhandle.
Q just says quietly to Sophie, the lesson I learned from the Blue Emissary is that she's an asshat.
Yeah. Group hug.
And she kind of repeats the same thing. And she kind of repeats the same thing quietly that she said when she first crashed into Q. Glad to see you guys aren't dead. And she's still kind of upset sounding, but that's what she says. Kind of in the midst of group hugging.
And
then
Sophie,
executive director, and then the text executive director comes up, and then the music starts playing. Credits roll.
That's what I was. Yeah, with Sophie returned home, the Rangers back from Planet Bob, Cal no longer in a coma, and Peter questioning whether or not he's a genius, or perhaps
a very naughty
dooming
boy.
The Power Rangers. We leave you until next week. I will
May the
just
power
ask,
protect you all. Oh, damn.
I was just going to ask very quickly how everybody felt being back as Power Rangers.
I mean, dude, it's been 3 weeks since I even got to play a TTRPG. I'm great.
It was nice. I'm slightly sad I did not get to hit anything there.
Yeah. Welcome to my world.
I had set myself up to kill those two, and then Michael like critted both of them. Then I set myself up to back up Cal, and Cal moved out the way, and then Sophie killed them, and then I was like, cool, there's one left. I'm gonna kill this bitch, and then Zordon turned up. And I was like,
wait, you cut one of their legs off. You cut the giant one into
how about
different chunks.
Yeah.
How about that? Oh, hey, I heard you needed a rescue.
Sorry.
We're gonna show up in the last 5 seconds of this fight with one guy left, and we're gonna take all the credit.
Zordon has been watching too many American cavalry films.
Listen, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
for a
take.
long time.
I really didn't mean to take all your fun, Michael. But Sophie went a little feral.
it's fine. I still did important things during the session, so it's fine.
Well,
You know, close the gate, stopped a giant T-Rex demon coming in. It's all good. It's all good.
you did meet.
I don't
You
think so,
did,
even
in fact,
I
miss
have plans
Zordon.
now, so
I don't think even Zordon would have been able to one-shot that big dude coming through. So
Shh.
Mhm.
we're gonna put Cal right back in a coma once I finally mash Ryder.
just start beating the. It's cow. You're just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
He's wearing a mask.
I
He's
have
wearing a
plans.
cow mask. Pull it off. Pull it off.
You'll have to catch him first.
That motorbike's going to be very useful.
Hey, he's
Just
more than
saying.
meets the eye.
He is more than meets the eye.
He would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for his meddlesome Power Rangers.
Thank you, everybody, for watching, for joining in with those lovely story points, upshifts, commentary. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. If you haven't already, as Jay said, slam that follow button, like, subscribe, follow, all of the things.
And stuff
Share.
and stuff
We've
and things.
still got a few months before we hit 1 year, and still got that 100 goal. Gonna make
There
it.
are some very crazy ideas being tabled about our 100th year. No, our 1 year celebration.
100 years.
Did I say
That's how
100
long-
years?
That's how
No,
long we've
I
been playing
did.
this
I was
game.
Okay.
mixing- Yeah.
Feels like 100 freaking years.
Feels like it sometimes.
Maybe we jump forwards 100 years, and maybe that's our.
Oh no.
I don't want to go another dark timeline.
That could work.
Different dark
things and
timeline.
stuff.
Same dark timeline.
Far
Look,
future
we'll
timeline.
workshop it.
Earth is dead.
Thank you
Nothing
very much for
happens.
watching,
Live
everybody.
stream.
We are going to say goodbye now. And Jay,
May the power protect us all.
thanks everybody. Bye.
Later.
Thanks for coming.